have an update on the death of model and influencer Ashlee Robinson. She went by Ashlee Jenae online. I obtained video of a news conference today in Tanzania in which officials say they are holding Joe McCann for questioning and they are holding his passport while police wait for the postmortem. We have been unable to reach Joe McCann. Now, yesterday I reported on this story. You may recall Robinson was on vacation of a lifetime in Zanzibar, an island off the coast of Tanzania in Africa. She was there to celebrate her 31st birthday with her boyfriend of about a year and a half, according to the family. Joe McCann proposed to her on that trip, but last week something went terribly wrong. Police say Robinson was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to the hospital, where she was later pronounced dead. Now, her parents received a call from McCann saying that something had happened, but they say it was the resort that told them about the death of their child. Again, the new information today, officials say they are holding Joe McCann for questioning and are holding his passport.
Ashlee Robinson, who goes by Ashlee Jenae online, was on a birthday trip with her fiancé at the time. It is Tuesday night. Shari's off. Felicia Vitarelli is joining us, and the big story in Action News is the mysterious death of a South Jersey woman, now drawing international attention.
Now, tonight, we know new details from authorities about her death. She was on a vacation of a lifetime in Zanzibar, Tanzania, which is on the east coast of Africa. Action News reporter John Paul live in the Satellite Center now with the very latest, and the family desperate for answers, John.
Yeah, Alicia, Rick, they are desperate for those answers. Now, we did get some new information. We know that authorities in Tanzania have confiscated her fiance's passport. This is while he's still being questioned. But according to the BBC, local authorities there in Tanzania did not originally suspect him of any wrongdoing, while the family continues to be desperate to know what happened.
I don't think no one else is going to fight for it the way we will.
That fight continues tonight as the parents of Ashlee Robinson press for answers as to what happened to their daughter who was found dead in Tanzania. Today, the two spent the day in Washington, D.C., trying to get information from the embassy. They spoke with Action News yesterday, saying they were getting nowhere.
No one wants to talk to us. Like, just let us know what happened. That's the only thing we want to know is the truth.
There is nothing that's confirmed. We don't have anything from the police or law enforcement that states that there is a conclusion to anything. It's under investigation, and it's under investigation because it doesn't look right.
Robinson, a 31-year-old social media influencer who went by Ashlee Jenae online, was found unresponsive in her hotel room in Zanzibar and declared dead April 9th. Police say they're investigating it as a possible suicide. But investigators in Tanzania said she had been in a fight with her fiancé, Joe McCann, hours earlier, and the two were separated by hotel staff. He was moved to a different villa, which was about a 10-minute walk away from where she was staying. Her parents are now pushing for security footage from the Zuri Zanzibar hotel.
If there's security footage, that will tell the story. So we just want to know if there's any security footage, if there's anything just to saying that what he's saying is true.
The hotel hasn't responded to them, but did provide a brief statement to ABC News, saying they were deeply saddened by a tragic incident involving one of our guests. Tonight, the family's preparing to fly to Zanzibar to try to get answers in person.
I just know that I have to keep going forward. I'm never going to give up, and I just want the truth out there.
We did reach out to McCann. He has not responded. As for the autopsy, that is expected to be released at some point tomorrow. The parents tell me that they are still trying to make the trip out to Africa. They expect to do that sometime this week, but they are waiting on that autopsy. Live tonight in the Satellite Center, John Paul, Channel 6 Action News. Rick?
All right, John, thank you for that report tonight.
Real quick, I just found this out that she actually has been in a bunch of music videos with different artists. You see Kevin Gates here, Drake, Future, French, Quavo, Fab. So she's definitely been working for a minute and staying booked and busy, getting paid by all these black men. And it's interesting how much negativity that she had to say towards black men. That does not excuse what happened to her whatsoever. It just goes into the conversation of she decided to say that black men wasn't this, that, and the third, and she went with a white man, and now we're going through this situation.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to take me a deep breath. Okay, so this young lady's name is Ashlee, and her family and friends are calling for us as, you know, people of color, black, brown, whatever, to rally for her. And you know, a lot of the time, I can't sugarcoat this, she made herself extremely hard to defend. She is a black woman who dated white men with the intention to degrade, berate, and belittle black men. And now they pulling up all her old posts and things like that. And they are saying, no, they not riding for you. Ming, can you handle the situation? I want your opinion. Here it is. We as black women, we pride ourselves on looks, money, and everything else, but some of us don't have the cognition or the fully frontal lobe developed to understand every black man is not responsible because we chose to date a couple that wasn't shit. Okay? Every black or brown woman on this planet dating black American men, some of them ain't shit. But you can't say all of them ain't shit because we ain't dated all of them. And if you've dated all black, that's just not physically possible. There's like millions of black men. Fuck that. The point is this. You had all of that to say about black men. A black man would not have taken you on a trip and took your life. That's just the bottom line. That's why I said, y'all better get smart. You better ignore Shira 7. You better ignore, what's that other girl on Facebook that's dating a white husband and all that shit, because this kind of mindset will get your life took. Well, what about the black men that take black women's lives? It does happen, but it doesn't happen as often as it would happen with a situation like this. Because the minute that you forget that he is your white savior, he took you out of your situation, he's going to remind you what he thinks of you, your ancestors, and that's exactly how he's going to respond. If you are a black woman and you fix your mouth to come to this internet and tell other black women that they need to date black men because black men ain't shit, that they need to date white men because black men ain't shit, you need to remind them of this story and so many others. Okay? It could happen with a black man, but it's less likely. Now, you might be a single mom. You might have to fight a little bit, but this kind of shit is not going to happen. A black man is not going to, we can't even say it on camera what he did to her. And you know what it is. His ancestors took a hold of him because he no longer saw you as a partner. He saw you as underneath him. Sorry, baby, but you too hard to defend. I can't do it.
You better get you a white man and get you this soft life. Now, y'all know I would never do no shit like that. But that was Ashlee Jenae's theme. And that's like a new trend that I'm seeing. These black women that are in interracial relationships, they are promoting. I never date no black man. Get you a white man. Get you a rich white man and get you this soft life. Well, Ashlee Jenae could have potentially just met her own demise by this perceived soft life, because although we don't know for a fact whether or not he killed her, it is looking very suspicious. The fact that they had to put them in separate rooms the night before she was found dead, the fact that I just saw a clip from the mom saying that she's had limited contact with him. Like, why are you not in the parents' face? This was supposed to be your wife. Why have you not either flown the mom to go be with her daughter, or why have you not flown the body back to have an independent autopsy report done? Like, it's just very suspicious. Oopsie, back to my last point, because while recording this video, I just saw that Ashlee's parents launch a GoFundMe to help with the mounting financial pressures. Where is this white man? Where is this wealthy white man that was providing this so-called soft life? Why has he not helped with his fiancé's financial matters in terms of transporting her body? Doesn't that seem suspicious to you? And the gag is, are black people even going to support this GoFundMe after Ashlee was just bashing black men and got with this white man who looks like just killed her ass in Africa? Anyway, and Ashlee is not committing no suicide on her birthday in Zanzibar, one of the most magical places in Africa. I've been there. This is one of my favorite places. As soon as you step on that soil, that beach, that energy, the people, the air, the weather, the just atmosphere, any ounce of depression that you might have had in your body, any suicidal thoughts that you might have thought you had are leaving you. But it is interesting how she met her demise in the motherland with a white man. while bashing black men. It is very interesting and ironic. This should be a reality check for you black women that are thinking about adding milk to your coffee. Understand that white men are not an exception to the rule. That you may have went through your bullshit with the black man. That doesn't mean you ain't gonna go through your bullshit with the white man. Okay? A different type of bullshit at that. So be careful and understand that relationships are just a mirror of your broken self. Anything that you need to learn, you're going to learn it through that relationship. And you're going to repeat if you don't learn it. So be wary, okay? And stay safe.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Some of them New York girls, accent, boy, it just do something to you. I swear to God. I'm talking about the feminine sounding ones like her, not the ones that sound like they rap battle and drink Black and Mild flavored backwood juice all damn day. But it's interesting that Ashlee Jenae's parents actually, they themselves are married to two other people. And now both parents and step-parents all are coming together to question what's going on with this situation.
Lifestyle influencer Ashlee Jenae died during a trip to Zanzibar earlier this month, and now her family is demanding answers. Ashlee's final posts on social media were of her celebrating her birthday with giraffes in Tanzania, Africa, and getting engaged to her boyfriend, Joseph McCann. But there's a local report claiming initial investigations determined Ashlee took her own life during the trip after falling out with her fiancé just days after he proposed. Joining me now are Ashlee's parents, Harry and Yolanda, and their spouses. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So local authorities in Zanzibar initially said that Ashlee took her own life, but you guys released a statement saying that her death was suspicious. What do you think happened?
We're not too sure what happened. That's what we're trying to find out. I got 2 emails today from the embassy in Zanzibar, and they said the investigation is still ongoing. That they have not determined the cause of death yet at all, and the investigation is still ongoing and still pending right now. So there has nothing official has been released. That's what we're trying to find out. We just want answers.
What was the initial call like when you first learned that your daughter passed away?
The call was shocking, and it was devastating and scary, honestly, because we don't know what's going on and what happened.
What did they relay to you at that time?
Well, the communication came to us from the Hotel Zuri Zanzibar, where they were staying. It didn't come from the hospital or from the police.
Have you guys since spoken to authorities or the embassy?
No,
We've had little contact with the embassy, but no, not with the police.
So were you told anything about the manner as to how she passed away or what exactly led up to her passing?
officially, no, we have not talked to anyone from the police or anybody in the medical field at all. Nothing. Nothing has been.
What was it that the hotel initially told you guys?
That the person, that Joe McCann, who she was traveling with, had that he had found her and that they had taken her to the hospital.
And then a follow-up call from the hotel several hours later.
And I
Relaying.
we just think it's very odd that our daughter is traveling with Joe and we don't hear anything from Joe. To me, that's very odd. And initial call that she got from Joe was 11 hours after something had transpired in the room. And that's very odd. 11 hours later,
11 hours.
Something had transpired, and Joe just relayed to Yolanda that Ashlee was okay and she was stable and she was okay and don't worry about it.
But that she was at the hospital.
Yes. 11 hours later.
So have you spoken to him since, and what has he been saying?
There has been no communication here.
Wow, shocking. So, you know, as you've seen, the local report had claimed that she took her own life. Did you guys ever think that Ashlee had any mental health issues?
I would think that's farther from the truth. If you go to her page, you know, as you can see, she's a beacon of light. You know, she likes being in the limelight. It's like being in the camera. She was an influencer. You know, she loved
her family.
She loved her family.
She loved her family.
Most important.
What was her mindset like before going on this insane African birthday trip?
Excited and happy and She was elated that she was traveling for her birthday to celebrate and be with who she thought was the love of her life.
And you guys said there's really been not much communication between you and her fiance, Joseph. What, if you could say anything to him right now, what would you say?
We just want to peace.
And we want to know what happens.
What is your understanding as to where his whereabouts are now, and why do you think he would be avoiding your calls?
We don't know. We're unsure right now. That's why we're trying to seek the answers.
Do you know if he's spoken to authorities at all?
We're not aware. We're not aware.
We're not aware of that at all.
I mean, because what I knew is we haven't spoken to them, so I'm not sure who they are talking to. It's one answer. You know, it's
Our attempts to get information.
I'm so sorry you guys are going through this right now. That must be extremely confusing, especially if you are saying that she was so excited for this birthday trip, didn't really have any history of mental health issues. That's got to be extremely confusing and frustrating for you guys. I'm very sorry you're going through that. No parent should ever have to bury their own child. Have her remains been released to you yet? And what are the plans for the funeral?
We don't have any of that. We don't have any of that information yet.
So from your understanding, her body is still in Zanzibar, Africa. What is the last update you got on your daughter's death?
We haven't had a first update yet. That's
the only thing was a brief email from the embassy stating that the investigation was ongoing. That's it.
And looking that we did reach out. We will make the new about the footage at the hotel. Was there any footage? Did you look at the footage? Did you see the footage? These are things that's very important to us. These are things that can clear everything up. It gives us a timeline. It lets us know what happened. We have not seen or heard or even anything about any kind of footage surveillance. These are things that we need to know.
How are you guys feeling right now?
Devastated.
Lost.
Devastated, lost. A lot of
Confused.
unanswered questions.
Did you guys meet him before this trip, or did he ask you for her hand in marriage before proposing?
Yes. We have met him.
Yes.
Thank you so much, you guys. Is there anything else you want to add? I know a lot of people are wanting to hear from you and probably have just as many questions as you guys do at this time.
I was just going to add that we just want the answers to the questions that we're asking and that everyone's asking. We need help getting information, and that's really what we're asking for.
Yes, and that's the reason why we went to social media on Sunday. We had to get it out there because this happened on Thursday, and nothing was out there. Like nothing was talked about. Nothing was there. So that's why. Okay, this is what happened. This was our daughter. Everyone needs to know what happened. And that's why that was Sunday.
Well, I truly hope you guys get the answers to the questions that you deserve. You deserve to have everything answered. And I'm so sorry you're going through this. Thank you so much for joining me today, and please keep us updated about what you're hearing going forward.
All right, guys, I'm going to leave the content here. Let me know below what you think about this situation, and I will keep you updated as much as possible. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, holler at y'all later. Artists, brands, business owners, if you want more exposure, you need more views. Get promoted on my platforms today. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, millions of followers, millions of views. DM me or email me, bookandcranklucas@gmail.com. Let's grow your following together.